Balloon Beats.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy. I'm joined by Brennan Kramer and Brian DeGennaro tonight. What's up, boys?
Baseball gives me depression.
You know, before we get into the main topic of today, I have a bone to pick with Twitter.
Oh, here we go.
Twitter can fuck off.
It's broken.
For some reason, Periscope's just not working. They won't let me upload tonight's live to Twitter.
Twitter's
we're only
broken.
on Facebook.
Twitter's not working at all right now.
Yeah, Twitter's not working.
Serious?
Right now. Yeah, I told you that before we even started. Twitter's not working.
Well, I'm on Hoax Twitter, and it's working.
Well, yeah,
fine.
it's coming back. It's coming back now. But before, it was not even working.
Well, Twitter, you're absolute trash. Usually, it's the other way around. Usually, Instagram's not working, and then everyone flocks to Twitter. But now Twitter's not working. So Twitter, fuck off. Jake said he feels a loss without Yankees baseball. I'm going to agree that I'm going to say the same thing. I don't know what to do at 7 p.m. anymore. Brian, I like your Captain America shield.
Oh, thanks, man. It's new.
Is it new?
Put it up. Yeah, I just put it up.
A little hint for your Halloween costume?
Maybe. We'll see.
Brandon's intrigued. All right, let me pull up Hoax tweets here. We'll break down what Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone had to say in their final press conferences of the year. Am I going to get canceled for that?
Probably. I'm surprised you haven't been canceled yet.
Uncancelable. All right, let's start off with the good stuff. Actually, I should probably click on the tweet to make it more exposed. Okay, Brandon, I want to give you the... Oh, wait, let me take off the overlay so Brandon's not hidden.
I like it better this way.
Brandon, I want you to do us the solid favor of reading this tweet. Just like kindergarten class, we all take turns.
Asked Aaron Boone for more details on the Garcia Happ decision. He said the organization talked about it after the Cleveland win. The idea was to give Happ a platoon advantage against a lefty-heavy lineup. Boone pointed to Happ's 577 OPS versus lefties.
Right off the bat, Aaron Boone still refuses to take any sort of accountability. I mean, I don't know why we're surprised.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the theme of the last couple of days with Boone and Cashman's press conference. It seems like they're each blaming each other. Cashman says it's up to Boone, and Boone says it's something that the organization discussed ahead of time. So, I mean, who do you believe at this point?
But, I mean, I actually have a different opinion. Yes, Boone needs to take accountability, but we can't just always put it straight on the manager. At the end of the day, if Hap truly wants to win, he needs to go out there and pitch. I mean,
That's also true. Yeah.
I don't care about how many runs he gave up. The pitch to Zunino, he completely missed his spot. The pitch to Margot, he completely missed his spot. And it was also said that Hap wasn't really fully into it. But if we remember last year, Hap was coming out of the bullpen last year. He also came out of the bullpen in the
Hap's not a good
ALCS last
pitcher,
year.
though.
Exactly.
Hap's just not a good pitcher. Like,
but
we're not expecting like a Cy Young performance out of him. He's not a good pitcher. I understand he had a good year, but I mean, bro, most of those starts were against like the Orioles and Blue Jays, and they just he wasn't good. He's not a good pitcher. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that like we're gonna blame J Happ for not being able to blow his 91-mile-an-hour fastball past guys. Like, it's just weird to put him in that position in Game 2 of the ALDS when you start out Devi Garcia, who's like a great young pitcher who you expect a type of performance like that from.
Yeah. Yeah, and I could have agreed with it if they, gave Devi some more time to get into the game.
They didn't even give him a shot.
He gave up, a home run in the first inning, and then they took him out for the second, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would have liked to see him, at least face the lineup one time through.
I mean,
at that point, the game was still intact,
At least we think we should I would like to know, like, what the analytics they saw that showed that was a smart idea.
All I'm saying is look at this tweet and look at the first reply to find quotes. That's an ape. Wait, let me write that. That's solid.
I guess what he means by we're close, I think it's just if you look at the roster, yeah, that team can make it there anytime, but at the end of the day, the fucking
but we're not close.
Yeah, but not all of that. It's honestly, if anything, this needs to go more on the players because the last 2 games of the ALDS, I mean, our pitching was solid. The hitting stunk again, especially after making comments saying we're going to win the game. But no, I mean, you can't say we're close because in New York, it's World Series or bust. So don't fucking tell me we're close. If we lose, it's a failure. If we win, good job.
Brian, I don't know if I'm the only one getting this vibe tonight, but I feel like Brandon is very low-key turning into an Aaron Boone apologist.
No.
I don't know if I'm the only one getting that vibe tonight. But when this keeps happening consecutive years, I understand the players aren't doing their job, but clearly there's a very poor atmosphere in the club.
Oh, 1,000%.
There's no fire being lit underneath these guys' asses when it comes down to big games, and that's why they're not playing well. Obviously they should have that fire in themselves, but the manager should provide 10 times that. He didn't even talk to the team in mass before.
That fucking pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, I spoke to some guys privately, but that was about it.
No, you honestly, at that point, you give the fucking group team fucking talk, especially after Luke Voigt's fucking comments. You don't make, like, I don't know, like, it all comes back to 2018 when we're fucking struggling against the Orioles, and then we have a rain delay in that game. It's fucking Phil Nevin giving the pep talk and not Aaron Boone. I mean,
the Tigers.
No, it was the Orioles. We were down 5-0. Fucking Lance Lynch shit the bed.
I thought it was the game early in the season against Detroit. It was like snowing.
No.
Brandon, I will bet my life on it.
Phil Nevin ripped into the Yankees against the Orioles. We were down a lot. Gleyber Torres hit 2 home runs that game.
Looks like we're going to have to Google this tonight, Brandon. Looks like we're going to have to Google it.
You did.
Phil Nevin. No, because it's like when I'm confident about something, I got to prove my point. Phil Nevin rant 2018. Let's see. His X-rated rant on umpire. That's not what we're looking for.
No, it was to the team. I don't know if they'll have it. All I remember is when there was a rain delay, they caught a glimpse of Nevin just ripping into the Yankees.
Yeah, I can't find anything. Whatever. Not important. 2018 is a long time ago.
Still, Brandon was right, and Pat's probably wrong about this one.
All right. How can you say that? How can you even say that? Because there's no proof of either one. Brandon, if you could find proof of it being the Orioles, I'll give you a golden star.
Wow. Pretty special.
Here's another one.
Found it.
Fucking head.
I guess I was right.
So send it to me then.
It was August 1st, 2018. Let's just check who the Yankees played August 1st.
Yeah, but how do you know it was August 1st?
Because the fucking video on Twitter was released August 1st.
Could have been the day before it happened. How do you know that's when the video was originally released?
Because it was against the Orioles during a rain delay.
But how do you know it was originally released on that day?
Because why the fuck, if you have Phil Nevin ranting against the Yankees dugout, why would you release it 5 days?
Muted. All right, so next tweet here. Brian, I'm gonna let you read this one because sharing.
Go ahead, it's all right.
No, Brian, I think you got it.
Boone says he does not anticipate any changes to the coaching staff. Great.
What are your thoughts on that one, Brian DeGenero?
I don't know. I mean, we've been giving Marcus Thames a lot of slack for not having the players prepared, the hitters prepared for the Rays.
It's gonna be a
so I think that's the big issue that we're having. Obviously, Matt Blake was in his first year. We got to give him some time to turn the pitching staff around. But Marcus Thames has been there a while, and it's just it felt like we talked about this last night on Chicken Bucket Boys. It felt like for the Indian series, every hitter had an approach going into every at bat. They knew the pitches they were facing. They had a great approach. They knew which pitches to take, which pitches to swing at. And then it just disappeared for the Rays series. So, I mean, I'm guessing Thames is to blame for that. So that was the big issue that we've been having with it, right?
Yeah. The approach just wasn't there against the Rays, and you would expect them to have that approach, especially going up against top tier pitching. But maybe they did have an approach, but clearly whatever it was not working. If Girardi was the manager, we would have won by now. Probably.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it's tough to say because
Joe was really bad when it came to managing a bullpen.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I mean, this one's like not that bad because he's not going to say, yeah, my shortstop sucks ass. But for Gleyber, it's about making that routine play day in, day out. That's what's going to make him a really good shortstop.
Well, I think the entire quote was they were saying they actually weren't committing to Gleyber. They're pretty much saying, I mean, he somehow makes the difficult plays, but it's the easy plays. If anything, that's kind of like a challenge to Gleyber. I mean, but then I think Cashman then came out and said he needs to he wouldn't say he needs to fix his shit, but I think that's what they're kind of getting at.
It's true. I mean, he's still young. He has time to turn it around.
Yeah, he didn't have a full year, so.
Right, but I mean, he's looked so bad at short.
This is probably the most key comment from the whole press conference, honestly. Boone said, I think that room understands that I'm writing the line out and I'm writing out the lineup and I'm making those decisions.
Well, then I think we all know.
All we've heard is that he's a puppet. Apparently, he's not. He can still be a puppet, but he's claiming he's not.
A bad manager, then.
Exactly.
I think this is pretty much confirms that the extra rest not coming from Cashman. It's all coming from Boone. And
well, I don't know if it means that because he's saying he does the lineups, but they could discuss who's going to sit on certain days or not. But I think it's more about the order of the lineup and that, that's what I got out of it, at least.
That's what they went into. It's kind of like how all managers are nowadays. You kind of just sit around a table, you feed the information of what's going on. At the end of the day, Boone is the one that makes the decisions.
Right, but I think specifically for like off days, they probably plan those in advance.
Yeah, no, they plan out off days, but I think this next year for Boone's going to be a big kind of tell. I think if he can turn around some of the things he did, and hopefully,
I mean, the big thing is the bullpen management. I mean, it's just been shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm honestly surprised with Gio Urshela not needing his elbow cleaned out.
I'm surprised about this. Mainly because for a fact once we get to spring training, they're gonna tell us that he needs surgery. Like 1,000%.
Yeah.
I think
same thing with Gio. That's what I was just gonna say.
Well, I think with Voit, they had him see 2 different specialists, so who knows? I do know because my mom had that same issue, and it doesn't go away. It kind of just keeps coming back and flaring up. So
But is that something that they would fix with surgery?
It's
Hers
was really bad, and she didn't get that actual surgery. It's a weird fucking thing because it's the tightening.
Your mom
of the
doesn't
ligaments.
play Major League Baseball.
No, but it's still the same
That's
issue. It's the tightening in the ligaments in the foot, so you can't go in and fucking take that shit out. It's not like it's torn or anything.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Brandon, I understand that, but like once again, we're not doctors. We can only assume based on past injury
this
history.
is good information. This is good information that he's given us. This is a very common injury. We've seen it a lot.
Plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis. You know how to say it. Stop being an asshole.
I swear I don't know how to say plantar fasciitis. Now I do.
You just said it.
All right. I didn't know that's what it was before. Jesus. No, but what I'm saying is, obviously, this happens every season. There's injuries that happen in the offseason. And then for some reason, once Luke Voigt comes back to spring training, we're going to find out it was never plantar fasciitis. It was 3 broken feet. And he only has 2, so that says a lot.
Well, the thing with Gio is the interesting one because the only thing with that surgery is they just got to fucking take that shit out. So, I mean, as long as it doesn't bother him, I mean, no need to kind of go in his elbow. But watch, spring training rolls around, he's going to have discomfort in his elbow and he gets it removed.
I'm going to be honest. I would go through Brian Cashman's comments, but just a bunch of bullshit. It's literally the same thing every season. Like, there's nothing that Hal said that Boone didn't say. There's nothing that Boone said that Cashman didn't say. This team is just like a never-ending like circle of just bullshit.
They did say one thing that was kind of cool. They're not committing to Gary Sanchez for 2021. Like, they're not giving him the job. So we're actually going to have a catcher competition.
Well, yeah, I mean, they almost traded him in August.
Yeah, that's something to actually keep an eye on. I mean, his value.
Yeah, but are you surprised? Like, obviously, they're not going to be committing to him after such an atrocious year.
Yeah, it's terrible. But also,
I mean, he had an atrocious year in 2018.
I don't really care about a catcher battle between him and Kyle Higashioka. I have to be honest. I couldn't care less which one of those guys wins.
Brandon, are there any good catchers on the free agent market besides Real Muto?
Probably not.
Is Real Muto a free agent?
Yeah, he is, but he wants $200
million.
The
program, Brian.
I honestly don't. I might be one of like the only ones, but
he's
don't
not
fucking
getting
give
$200.
Don't give a catcher $200 million.
Brandon, he's not getting $200 million.
I'm just saying what
I'm going on the record. I understand that, but I'm going on the record right now. If JT Real Muto gets $200 million, I will dump a gallon of water on my head.
I will join
no
you with that
way
there's
in
no way
hell.
You can't give a catcher $200
million. In any case, Brandon, you know more about this. They have some catchers coming up through the system, right? Would they be ready for 2022? Like, if this was like a kind of a wait and see year.
I know about catchers.
Yeah.
What?
I know about catchers.
Oh, well, then tell us all about it.
Catchers are my favorite position, bro.
Okay, well, then tell us.
Who's all right, top catcher coming up. We got Anthony Siegler.
That's correct.
I don't think he's going to be up for 2022.
I think Wells.
Didn't they draft him out of high school?
They drafted Siegler, and he hasn't hit above high A, which is the issue. And every minor leaguer we had, just think of them as a lost year of development. Because they can be throwing against their own team, but in terms of real competition and getting that information back, the closest one to come up is I could honestly see it be. I have a small feeling that they're going to trade Siegler, and Wells is going to be their guy going forward.
Okay.
Wells
Siegler has no value right now.
I mean, never really did. Wells came out of college, so he's.
No, I'm saying compared to what he could have in the future when he plays in the minor leagues. Yeah, so I don't think they're going to trade him just yet.
If the guys out of high school are more of a project with Wells, he's established himself as a very good hitter in college. I forgot which award he won, but he's a left-handed catcher, which is kind of something. A left-handed he hits from the left side. He's still a righty.
Oh,
that is something the Yankees need because you saw them in the playoffs. Their lineup, you can't just have Aaron Hicks as a switch hitter as your lefty, and then your only other lefty is Brett Gardner.
Sorry, I just threw up a little bit.
Because I think
5-year deal this offseason.
Wells, I mean, Now with this stuff, my guess is 2022, 2023 because of the lost year development.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Ralph? Ralph Grundel.
But the Yankees pitchers
are at the worst time because we're just about to wrap things up here.
The Yankees pitchers are the ones to keep an eye on because the trades that we made in 2016, since pitchers are more of a project and they take a long time to develop, most pitchers come up around 25, 26. Those guys are going to start making their debuts in AA, AAA, even some in the majors. And they have some live arms. Albert Abreu is one of them if he can get his control down. We saw him a bit this year. But they have some guys that honestly could end up being, if not starters, very good bullpen arms because they're just hard throwing. I mean, Luis Hill is also one of them. That guy's going to be someone to keep an eye on because he throws triple digits easily. So that's something. I mean, the lost year of minor league development is fucked the Yankees up real bad.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to wrap things up for us today. Thanks to everyone who joined us on Facebook and YouTube. Little bit of a blah day today. I'm so pissed the Yankees are gone. But we're still going to find ways out to make things fun in the offseason. We had some fun the other day going over Kei Igawa's career with the Yankees, so that was quality. But tomorrow we got Flashback Friday. Basically, like looking at some old clips. Probably going to be looking at like this day in history. It's probably like old Yankees playoff moments from like October 16th, 1984. I don't know. But we'll see where that goes. Not going to do the Dugout Mugs outro today only because Dugout Mugs is still awesome and everyone should know that already. We will see you guys tomorrow night. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube for all our updates on when we're going live and whatnot. Have a good night, everybody.